How's it going? How's it going? Been a been a been a couple weeks since I had a chance to like really post. I've been out of town, had to do a sales meeting, annual sales meeting. Got notified that there could be an opportunity for me to move up, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I really don't. At least put my name in the hat. I feel if I didn't at least say I was interested, that I would just regret it. And I've been in that situation before. It just feels like the cycle continues. But I keep trying. I keep saying, maybe I'll get this position. Maybe I'll get this shot. Maybe I'll get to move up and actually show that I'm an effective leader. Show that I can lead people to success. You gotta go for it. Can't make points on the dartboard if you ain't throwing darts. I'm finally getting back to a regular cycle of exercise. Oh my gosh, I have been slacking. I don't know about y'all, but I have been slacking. I think it's the change in the weather for me. That temperature change, it's that lull right when you know it's about to get cold. And then what's going to happen is when it gets cold, I'm going to start pushing myself to do cold weather training. I don't know why. I seem to enjoy that. I think it's just because you burn so much calories, and I get to bundle up, and I don't know, just something about that cool air I really enjoy. So yeah, I put my name in it. We'll see. I'm just waiting to go see some customers today. This is kind of like calm before the storm, so I'm going to plan out my day a little bit more. Film prize is still getting closer. That was one moment to me that showed, even though I wasn't ready, I was ready. I keep telling myself, I'm ready. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. And even when we were making that film, I just said, I may not feel ready, but I'm ready. And that no matter what, I'm going to be able to get through it. It's interesting when you kind of focus or lock in on projects or ideas. So we'll see what happens. One thing that I've learned is that in my career or my experience is that people say they want to be in charge of a team, or they want to be a manager. And what I see is that more people want the role than the responsibility. So for me, I want the responsibility of making sure that not only I fulfill the duties to, company that I'm working for, the customers that I'm taking care of, but my priorities within that is the safety of my employees or whoever I'm in charge of, and the success of them. I was thinking about this all last couple days, if not the weekend. I've been practicing this speech. Should I get this position for some reason? Or in an interview of how I would convey what it is. But my priorities is the safety of my employees and the success of them. And by the safety, I want to make sure they have the proper training, they have the proper tools to do their job effectively and safely. If they have to travel, the knowledge to understand the safety of that, to pass on, to make sure, dealing with chemicals can be a thing. And feel safe in what they talk about or what they sell or what they go meet customers on. And then the success part of it is I want to see them succeed, whatever that may envision. Maybe everybody, obviously wants to make more money, have more time on their hands. But there's got to be another success that everyone. Some people might want another position, or to move up, or to have a bigger responsibilities. Some people might want to be involved in a charity. That's success to them, to have that ability to make that donation, or to have that time to help that charity I've seen. Or to get better, improve in some way, shape, fashion, or form. That's what I feel when I think about that. I've always been the guy that was looked up to, but never given the title. So everybody would come to me with questions and needing stuff fixed, fires put out, and I was the one ready to take it on. But anytime I tried to take on that role as well as the responsibility, I always got kind of pushed to the side. And I have questioned that so much in my life. You tell universe you're ready, you like, give me, and just for me, you don't get that chance. But yet you keep trying for it. One story that kind of sticks out is that I had a former company that I worked for. Loved the place, loved the people. Owner was like a dad to me. And I kept wanting to learn more, be better, to learn the sales, learn the designs, handle the construction, be the foreman, follow the projects, make sure everything was getting collected, money coming in, doing the marketing, the networking, whatever it is to get more business coming in, to prove to myself that I could do these things. And then all I really needed was to learn how to make the quotes better, or do properly quote things, kind of understand that system. And I already had an idea, but I just wanted that chance, because part of me deep down just had this feeling that one day he may retire, and potentially I get that chance to either partner or take over in some way, shape, or form. But it didn't pan out. Maybe because I didn't say it, I didn't voice it, I didn't speak it out. And so things change. I got other opportunities. And I hadn't talked about it since then, but there was always a part of me that said, man, I know this guy is going to step down one day, and I would love he would kind of give me a shot to get to that. Sure enough, I found out recently he retired. And congratulations to him. Wish him the best. And part of me feels bad because I wish I would have stayed in contact with him. But, you do what you got to do. Again, if I probably would have asked or put my name in the hat, I might have had a chance. But that's okay. I've had some really good experiences to prove my leadership, to prove that I care about my team more than my success. My success is based off their success. And I've had bosses that I've lost respect for because their success was all they cared about. And what I mean by this, I had one boss who literally told us in morning meetings that we needed to do all this work and do all these, like, open these accounts and do all this kind of stuff because, he wanted to get his bonus. He wanted his bonus. And that right there, I lost a lot of respect for that person. And it was sad. It was sad. I really wanted to learn more from him, but I appreciate the honesty, but at the same time, it shows that you don't give any care about the people that are your success. Like, we all know the boss wants to make more money. We all know the company wants to make more money. But if they just make you feel like that's all you're here to do, and there's nothing in it for you, then what's the point? You know? I've always been the opposite. I want to see my employees get better. I want to see them excited that we're doing better, because I want to pass on something to them in a way, shape, or form. Like, one idea we did was we would scrap motors. I would scrap the motors, I would take it in the truck, and I'd come back a couple $100, and I would give the guys two choices. The people. I would say, we can divvy it all up, everybody take their piece, or I'm happy to buy lunch with it, or we can just save it, and at the end of the year, we divvy it up. And every quarter or so, I would just check with them. I was like, hey, what do we want to do? Sometimes you just like, hey, all right, we're buying lunch for everybody. Don't worry about it. What y'all want? But it felt nice at the end of the year that we had this nice little pile, this nice little envelope of money. And I would distribute it evenly to the workers. I never touched it. I never took a cut of it. I had no need for it. It was all for them. I was like, hey, this is all for y'all because, one, we've done good in production. Two, obviously we had a good year. We had a lot of pumps and motors replacements. So it worked out. It worked out for everybody. And it was good to give that kind of little bonus to everybody. It wasn't a lot, but man, every little bit helps. Especially considering all the times, we got lunch. Hey, I appreciate the hard work you're doing. I appreciate you doing this. I love to exploit successes and strengths. I loved doing that with the people I worked with. Even when I worked at the airport, pushing back a plane that's probably worth, I don't know, $30 million. I'm just giving a number. That's a scary thing if you're in charge of that, and all you have is this little tug that's pushing on this large control arm, and you have to move it back. And if you don't have your people doing their stuff on the side to pay attention to, you could clip an antenna, you can cause damage that can get you in severe trouble and other people in trouble, and it can delay flights and cause other problems. But I would get people trained to that within the first couple days, which probably shouldn't be happening, but I always believed that they could do it. And there was one young lady that I was training, and she was so nervous. And I said, you can do this. Like, I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you, and I want to see you succeed, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm not doing this to scare you or to put you in a situation where I can get you in trouble. I'm here because, one, I want you to understand this is going to happen one way or other. So let's rip the Band-Aid off. I'm right here with you, and I'm going to help you succeed the whole way. And we did. I did all the headsets. I let her drive, and I was right there to help guide and say, oh, she's turning a little too much this way, a little too much that way. And she was so nervous, and it was just, you got this. And then she calmed down at the first one. Within a week, she was like, I want to do it. She kept wanting to do it more, and that was the goal, was to have my team excited and want to do the job. Like, if you don't want to push back the tug, dude, let me show you. It's fun. It's actually a lot fun. Just trust me and know that I'm here to help you. I'm never going to put, one of my employees in a situation where they cannot succeed. I would never throw people to the wolves like that. Although sometimes you do have to do that. I get it, but not without proper training, proper confidence in that. And it's just kind of me like pleading to the choir. It's like, I feel ready that I could motivate people and that I can inspire people and lead people to get the job done of what they're trying to do. I'm all about working on personal projects. Even when I do photography, I love, my whole goal is to see the model subject succeed. I want them to have a good photo. I want them to be happy with the photos that they've taken of themselves. That they did a pose that made them feel confident, made them feel strong, made them feel beautiful. And it's such a lovely feeling when you hear it and you see a person like, I did that. And they're having that moment. Like, I succeeded. I got to do this. I look great in this photo. I hit this goal. I hit this quota. And I get to sit back and watch that and say, I got to be part of that. I am not their success. They are their own success. But I got to be part of that success. And that truly makes me happy. To get to be part of someone's success. Whether in relationships, whether in professional, creative, art, what have you. It's such a wonderful feeling, And I want to be able to brag about having employees or people that worked under me that have moved up or moved on to bigger and better positions. To be able to get to say, I was part of their success. Maybe they remember me for it, maybe not. It's such a great feeling. Going back to photography, when I see them post those photos, that they're happy of how they look, that lets me know that I helped them reach a level of success where they were proud of how they looked, and I got to be part of that. I supplied all the stuff that was needed, the lighting, the camera, what have you. But they did it, and they got it, and now they get to enjoy it, and they'll give me credit for it. So, if you're ready, say you're ready, at least put your name in the hat. You're ready, you're ready, you're ready, you're ready. So go for it. Go out there, apply for that job. Try whatever you're trying to do. Just at least go for it. Go for it. If it's something that's going to do good in this world and do good for you and good for someone else, yeah. Especially if you think you're ready. If you think you're ready, you're ready. You may not get it at the beginning. Just means it might be delayed success. Or maybe you're meant for something bigger. I guess we'll put it in that context. So, yeah. Thank y'all for visiting. And give a like. Subscribe. You know how it goes. I don't know how to end these things, so I wish you a great day. Have a good one. Peace.